Oh hey, I got the image that somebody else did. So somebody else got this image this morning in and posted it in Discord. Ah, okay. I mean, you said X and then you said doorknob, and I was like, I hope there's no lock changing involved. But if there's lock changing involved, you know. But okay, it's your bathroom door. Gotcha. So yeah, somebody got this image earlier, and I'm quite impressed with it. I mean, there's a couple boulders on this big, massive boulder, but there ain't much else here. We'll probably actually end up over-marking this. And then there's one big line here. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Gotcha. I'm the handy one. I just don't always have the energy to do it. Or, like, I know what to do, but I'll have problems getting it started. Or sometimes it's a money thing. Sometimes it's simply a money thing, which sucks. Well, changing doorknobs is pretty big. I've changed out and swapped wiring a couple times for the garbage disposal. Like, I've taken out the old garbage disposal and I put the new one in, kind of thing. If it's kind of minor, I can fix it usually. Side effect of having a dad that was into home improvement projects and like, hey, you're able-bodied. Nice. That is awesome, Wicked Wonder. You sided the house and it still looks like new. That is amazing. That might be a bit too much for me to do. Good morning, Veronica. Guess what I did, Veronica? Was it Friday? Friday, Dave, our Astro, took me to the university and I picked up your mug from my desk. So your mug is now in its box, and I'm going to add a bit more padding to it because I don't trust how much packaging, and when I get back, I'll just mail it from the house because everything else is in there, but I just wanted to let you know it is one step closer to finally being ready to mail. I just literally had to make a dedicated stop to the university. Yes, DPI, that was from the Hangout-a-thon, and she also has stuff in there from the celebration stream of the 3,650 podcasts later. Yeah. So, I was gonna say, if you guys don't know that Dr. Pamela and I are terrible about mailing things out, we're terrible at mailing things out. So, yeah. I also have a box here for Mythtown, but you wanna, let's check the leaderboard. I'm curious. Has Mythtown made the leaderboard yet? I know he's not watching, but let's check the leaderboard. And I know it's all wonky. Give me 1 second. Let me swap back to the host view and get some dogs on screen while I fix this so we can all look at the leaderboard together. Alright. It's only been 8 months, no big deal. Alright, so I have the leaderboard up on screen, and it is not very pretty. There we go. That's a little better, actually, I feel. It actually won't zoom in anymore. Yeah, Nilium is indeed getting close to the second account close to hero status. Patty G is really close. And since last time I checked the leaderboard and was paying attention, Patty G has done 9 images, which is awesome. Zatharas apparently just wanted to get to 888. And I think that's where they're stopping, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh. Wayne says, I'm hoping to run a new network cable for my observatory. Good luck. So, I'm going to kind of scroll to the bottom. So just a note here. This is the only non-standard, non-English letter standard username on the leaderboard, and I actually forced it to use UTF-8 to properly show this username, because without that it just showed it as question marks. So scroll down to the 50, because I told Mythtown all he had to do was hit 50, and he has not hit 50. And just to check, yep. Oh wait, he's not going to be on here, is that? Yeah, Walker's not on here yet. So, but yeah, I guess Mike Cassidy on first accounts ran out of images. I guess Nilium on the first account has ran out of images. I didn't realize Nilium created a second account. And I think that account actually predates Mike's, and I don't know if Mike's second account has made it to the leaderboard yet. Oh no, he has. So Mike's second account has already made the leaderboard. Yes, he is Mike Cassidy 3. So, yeah. He just straight out ran out of images. I imagine that's the same case with Nilium. That Nilium just ran out of images, because Nilium's number hasn't budged in forever. So I was like, huh, that's interesting. And I'm not sure if that was pre or post getting more images added. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Mike is a machine. Alright, flip this back so I can try to put everything back. But yeah, Mike is a machine. He really is. And put the doggos back up. I know, you're going to be back up on screen in just... Well, you are up on screen. It really bothers me that I can't fix her ear. She just won't let me get close. But yeah, people just flat out ran out of images, and I'm like, what? DPI says, I have the utmost respect to anyone who regularly binge maps 50 or more images a day. Yeah, I have a feeling that a lot of people are like me in the fact that they can only do a few images a day, and that's fine. If you binge map a gazillion images a day, that's awesome. If you do 3 a day, 4 a day, like what I do, that's fine. Alright, I suspect this is part of that bigger boulder. So we're going to do the inspect element. Okay. You'd think she was starving. Don't let her lie to you. She had breakfast. Copy. Oh, you did link the master? Okay. You know what? I'm still linking it anyways. I'm glad you figured out how to link the master, because I'm always like, wait, what's the master? Like, how do I do that? But I'm glad you figured that one out. I wonder if they are going to end up collecting on top of the boulder. I mean, the boulder's big enough. I just don't know how much material's on top of the boulder. And is it really worth it to waste an attempt just to see if anything's on the boulder? Oh, thanks for the sub. And I'll take it. And make it rain! There we go. Exactly 2 marks. Not in succession, but, you know, she didn't go overboard, and that's all I ask. That the little doggo doesn't go overboard. Thanks for the sub, yeah! 6-month streak, alright! Yes, I've had coffee. I actually made my cold brew today is made with Pete's Big Bang Coffee, which, yeah, is one of their coffees that you can do. Oh, it was Dirk. Okay, it was Dirk that figured it out. But Pete's Big Bang Coffee is one of the coffees that you can make various ways. Hey, thanks for the follow, Fat Baptist. She's already excited. And make it rain. Oh no, I'm going to have pocket Cheerios. So, because you're new and we don't have a new command, which I think should be helpful. So what we're doing now is we're mapping Bennu. I hate mapping Bennu. The title doesn't say that I'm hate mapping Bennu because we're doing this as part of Science Sunday. And normally on Science Sunday, I colorize space telescope images. Like, I go through the whole process of this is where you download the data, this is how you quote unquote liberate the data from FITS format to a TIFF, which then we pull into Photoshop. And we stopped last week with figuring out which image should be assigned which color. And color images from Hubble do not come down in color. They come down with various grayscale images, and they're taken through different filters which capture different wavelengths of light. It's like a good example would be, easy example that a lot of people might recognize is like 3D glasses. So you can either think about the old school 3D glasses with the one red and the one blue, which I think they're still common enough that people know what I'm talking about when I say that, where when you look through the red bit, you don't see the red lines. And if you look through the blue bit, you don't see the blue lines. But when you put them together, like, the red will pick up the lines that are colored blue, and the blue will pick up the lines that are colored red, and boom, you got a 3D image. And the newer 3D glasses are a bit different because they don't use that color thing. They just have 2 cameras that are side by side when they film. I'm not joking. You know, like your eyes. And the images are kind of put together wonky, and the filters in those glasses send one kind of shifted version to one eye and one kind of shifted version to the other eye. And there used to be glasses that would only process one of those cameras, so you had a super sharp image, because some people get like headaches when they watch 3D movies. So there were a whole bunch of glasses made, I don't know if any of them still exist, that just make those 3D movies just, you know, really sharp instead of 3D. But yeah, so anyways, but yeah, you run a filter, they take filters, or they take images with these filters, and then we essentially are like, well, this filter would have captured this wavelength of light that's roughly associated with green. Let's just assign all the light in this image green. And there you go. And when you stack them together, you get a color image. It is really cool. It can be a very time-consuming process, and I am definitely not a professional. But it's neat to see how they're made. It's neat to understand how it's done. And I think it's super important that the public understand that the data doesn't come down this way. And not all the data that comes from the Hubble telescope, for example, is even pretty to look at. I tried to process some data from Dr. Feldmeyer and Dr. Durrell, one of their Hubble proposals, and it just wasn't pretty to look at because they weren't interested in pretty shapes or any of that. They were looking, I think, at the ages of stars. So yeah, vertigo is gross. See, I kind of wish I would have seen Avatar in 3D, Veronica. I never got the chance. And I know one of my friends was like, it was amazing! Oof. Yeah, that is rough, Wicked. Sorry to hear that you're living with that. For me, I have like extremely low blood pressure. Which every time I go in, they're like, your blood pressure's great. I'm like, it's on the low side. We both know it's on the low side. Come on. So I have to worry about things like drinking enough water and eating enough salt so I retain enough water. Because otherwise I can actually faint if I stand up too quickly. Fun fact. Oof. 3D IMAX second row. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's... Wow. Second row of an IMAX theater? Oof. Oof. Planetariums can make people... Planetariums can make people feel uncomfortable. I guess vertigo. And we always just tell them, okay, put your, lean your head back against the headrest, close your eyes, and your body will sort itself out. But it's usually during fast-moving scenes. And yeah, some of us get enjoyment out of making people sick and uncomfortable. Yeah, don't do ladders, Wicked. You don't want to fall off of ladders. Alright, I'm gonna call this image done. It's like I see teeny tiny rocks. But, like I know they're going to do science on all of this. But I feel like for the most part yeah. Yeah! Yeah, I knew somebody who didn't realize they had a stroke. They just thought they had a really bad headache. And then they couldn't see like half of their face the next day or something like that. And so that terrifies me. It's like, oh yeah, it's the worst headache I ever had. I just took something and I laid down, I went to sleep, and I'm like... And then I got up and I finally went to the doctor, and they're like, I went to the eye doctor, they're like, you had a stroke. I was like, what? Oof. That sounds rough. I'm amazed that you didn't, hurt yourself going down the stairs. And from the boulder to a rocky field of gravel. Yeah, you are very lucky you slid down on your butt, Wicked. Veronica said, yeah, that's good. Yeah, Dad thought he had a pinched nerve because his foot was numb, but the next day his arm was too, and I insisted he go to urgent care. I'm assuming urgent care was the right move, Veronica. Oh. We're doing a science. I am so excited. Good. Well, I'm glad, you know, they caught it. DPI says, yay, it's science. Yeah, I sound so thrilled. But I really want the numbers to go down. And yes, I have no qualms about comparing, you know, mapping Bennu to laundry. It needs done. Come on, y'all. The magic ball date hasn't budged in a few days, which I find worrying. Well, good. I'm glad they admitted you instantly on the first 2 strokes. Oh, wicked. Wow, that's such a long time. Or maybe I think that being admitted 12 and 9 days is a long time because I'm used to the US system, which tries to kick you out as soon as possible. Because it's just so expensive. Oh, wow. Well, then yeah, that was no joke, and you were in a very good spot, and I'm glad you got the care you needed. I'm very glad you got the care you needed. No, she's in the US on Medicaid. So yeah, I'm glad they pushed to keep you there for that long. So I'm gonna have to pour more bits, dogs. Oh, you have a stroke unit at your hospital. That's even better. Like, alright, yeah, I think I'm having a stroke. Well, there's a unit at the hospital. Let's go. The smart aleck part of me is like, are you on a first name basis with any of them yet? But sure, it's one of those places where they're glad to just see you go because you're doing better. Yeah, I could imagine. I think here in Youngstown, they'll do what they can to stabilize you, and if they feel like you need more care, they're gonna move you up to like Cleveland. Not necessarily Pittsburgh because, you know, crossing state lines, but you know, they'll move you to the Cleveland Clinic. I almost feel like this is part of a larger boulder. Ah, okay. Yeah, but losing your balance and falling is scary because you can do so much damage to yourself and just not realize it until it's too late. Until you're already on the floor. I like this little ridge right here. Alright, we're sharing this image because it's just too good to not share. All the little weird details in this image, like the fact that it looks like we're mapping boulders on a boulder. Actually, it's already, I was just going to share it, and it's already been shared. Boom, done. Yes, Tinkerbell, may I help you? Alright, I lost everything. Yeah. We'll have to get DPI to figure out the master image for this one. Can you sit, please? She's trying to steal a soul. Yeah, I think, yeah, you know what? I think you're right. because that is kind of the way that they serve. Is that they break the master up into 9 chunks, and then they're served pretty much in that order. It's not how many images, you know, have how many bits remaining. It is literally, we're going to serve it in this order, and when it's done, it's done. When it's done, we're going to stop serving it. Oh, that's the full? Awesome. We're gonna mark rocks before we do boulders again. It's still from the same master. Oh my goodness. I'm not surprised. I'm really not. But it's still like, come on, Bennu. Yeah, the boulder has to be huge. I mean, each side is 22.5 meters by 22.5 meters ink. Each pixel's 5 centimeters. So these look tiny on the screen, but I mean, none of this is tiny. She's like, I'll just cry till you give me stuff, Mom. You know, Veronica Cure says, from the master, it almost looks like a lava flow. I wonder what Doc Bruce's opinion would be, because I know he said things like that, and I almost wonder if, you know, Bennu was, you know, originally part of molten something and was just kind of broken off and then collected rocks through its journey. I mean, we really don't know how... Well, I shouldn't say we really don't know. I'm really not sure how big something has to be to have, you know, geologic activity. I mean, I don't think it has geologic activity anymore. Otherwise, we would see a lot more, like, smooth places. Like, obviously, there's not, you know, active lava flows and... But, yeah... Puck just laid down in Tinker's crate next to me. So if you're on the Discord, a couple days ago, Favorite Human and I went out, and I crate Tinkerbell when I go out because she will panic eat. She will panic eat, and it is terrifying. She'll get into the trash can, she'll tear apart, she'll chew through cardboard boxes to get to the bags of dog food inside, because I just get dog food delivered to the house. It's easier that way. And so there was one day where we were leaving, and I told her to go in the crate, and Puck didn't want to come out of the crate, so I'm like, fine, you both are just sitting in there together. So I snapped a picture of both of them together, and I posted it in, I think it's in the random channel on Discord. And yes, Puck has his own crate, but I think he likes Tinker's because she has a very thick pad in hers that probably feels good under his bones. Ironically, he has that same thick pad upstairs, and we've tried to use it to get him on stream, but he won't sleep on it at night upstairs. Favorite Human thinks it's because it's too hot outside. Yeah, I was like, really? And there will be times when he's in the crate and Tinker wants to be in the crate, and she'll just whine at him until he steps out of the crate. Yeah, I'll have Susie bleep it. I'll have Susie bleep it. It's not the first time I've slipped. It really isn't. I still slip with my nephew sometimes. Oh no, I know you guys are good. It started off as a privacy thing, and now it's just kind of a running gag. And favorite human appreciates that I'm, respecting his privacy. So I slipped. I slipped on a name. Yeah, nothing to see here, nothing to see. Yeah, I swore. I said a bad word on stream. But yeah, what started off as protecting, like, my privacy and his privacy just kind of turned into a running gag, and he enjoys it and I have fun with it, so it's all good. And yeah, Flame Lord is such a great name. Like, part of me's like, really? Really? You know, like how Star-Lord in the Avengers, like, everybody, he's like, call me Star-Lord, and everybody's like, no one's gonna call you Star-Lord. So, yeah. Yeah, he came up with that username himself. He definitely is very creative. Oof, I'm oofing because I'm trying to think in some way to, like, quickly spend time with him today, but that's quickly and spend time with him do not go together. So DPI is asking, speaking of face reveal, what was the outcome of give bits for double face reveal? That's still ongoing. Let me actually pull up the bits goal and we'll swap to that real quick. Let me embiggen this. So we're at 16.13%. Ignore the days to go. I'll make that longer. So yeah, no, it's still ongoing. It's just we just don't talk about it a whole lot. And there's the cat. And there's the cat. It's still ongoing because it's a fun goal. We're not really, like, pushing it too hard. And I always feel weird for having it up. So, but that's what's going on with that. As a reminder, both of the parties are totally okay with it. Yes, yeah, exactly, DPI. When it's done, it's done. And make it rain. That was 3 barks, Tinkerbell. Yeah, DPI. It's totally a when it's done, it's done. Yeah, I can relate to that, Wicked. When you're just home by yourself all day and you're like, all right, I want to talk to somebody. I want to talk to a human that's not a dog. Oh. I can totally relate to that. Yes, I've had coffee. No, I'm not going to have more coffee because it's already oh my goodness, it's already 1:30. And I know I've done way more than 3 images. And I'm okay with this. This has actually not been bad today. Wicked says, the dogs love me, or love it when I talk to them like they understand me. Yeah, I do that with mine too. And mine, Tinker especially, has picked up on things. Like, if we're just chilling and you ask her... Ouch, she's not on camera. I don't want to do it till she's on camera. Let's see if I can get you on camera first. Hey, Tinker. Hey, Tinker. Are you ready? Well, are you ready? You can't... That's what happens. She's like, yeah, I'm ready for you to throw more Cheerios. But because she's already on alert, she can't really go on more alert. But like in airports and stuff, like I'll ask her, hey, are you ready? And she'll, get up, jump out of the chair and stuff like that, and it amuses people. Ooh. And I'm gonna mark the image done. The Jack Russell only minds you because of that. I can see that. It's a Jack Russell. I've already told Favorite Human that for my next dog, I just want a big dumb dog. Well, not dumb. I want a big dog that just wants to follow commands. That wants to make me happy. Like, I love my dogs. I really do. Actually, I'd be okay with a bigger version of Puck. A bigger, friendlier version of Puck. Hey! Are you done? Yeah, yeah, Tinker definitely has the too smart for her own good thing going on. Everybody's like, how does she get into a trash can? She's so short. Yeah, but she's frickin' long. Yeah. Yeah, Veronica. Veronica says, I want a dog big enough to go woof and not yap, but small enough I can pick them up. That's probably Puck-sized. That's probably Puck-sized. I actually don't mind having small dogs. They don't eat nearly as much as big dogs do. And I do enjoy the fact that if I need to, and I have before, I can just scoop him up and like physically carry him away from whatever issue is going on. Yeah, because you're a woofer. He's like, I'm gonna lay down just off screen, Mom, just for you. Just to antagonize you. So it looks like we got a crater right here. Oh my goodness. If you want big, dumb English sheepdog. Alright. Wicked says, Jack Russell doesn't bark much, but the collie does when people walk by, and the infamous mailman thing. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. Mine freak out when there's deliveries. Guido says, the one main thing I did today except make potato salad was finishing the descent stage of the Lego Lunar Lander. And I was told that I had great restraint that I held off on building the ascent stage 2 today. Yeah, I still need to finish my Lego Lunar Lander. It's just kind of chilling up on a shelf. My desk is too much of a mess, and I think I'm gonna hold off until we're completely done with Bennu to do that. I also have a stout that I've been saving in my fridge for when we are completely done. It's a stout, so yes, it's okay that it's just sitting there. And there's the cat. I know, buddy. It's been a couple hours since you last ate, huh? Oh, is it Guido's birthday? Happy birthday or belated birthday, Guido. Alright, come on, buddy. Come here. I'll get you a snack. Come on. Come on. Don't just sit. You're all the way over there. Guido says, yeah, that's my problem too. Too much other stuff to do. Hi. Well, come here. How about you come here? And we'll feed you your treat. I know. Oh, your birthday was on Friday. Well, indeed, happy belated birthday. I hope you had a good birthday weekend. Hey. It's right here. There you go. Alright, so it's off screen. You can't see it, but I am feeding the cat. He's gonna go to the vet when we get back from Vegas, for real, I promise. But, we suspect he has hyperthyroidism. which there's not a lot I can do for that. Number 42! Made it 42 times around the sun! Oof. Alright, chat's just gonna be weird and kind of scroll. Wicked says, I'm 60 this year. Yeah. Hey, you made it past 40. I indeed knew people who were like, I didn't think I'd make it past my 20s, and look, here I am. I'm like, you're fine. You've got this. Got dark rocks on bright rocks. Who was it in Daily Space chat who told me on Friday that I'm young enough to be his grandson? Asked Guido. I'm gonna go out on a limb. You know what? I'm not sure, but I want to go out on a limb and say, no, it can't be. Nope, it's not Mike. Wicked says, I'm everyone's grandpa. It can't, I don't think it's Mike. So I'm not sure. Maybe it might have been Michael. I'm not sure how old Michael is, but I know I'm almost certain it wasn't Mike. I'm sure I'm young enough to be somebody's grandchild. And if I am young enough to be your grandchild and you want to brag about me like I am your grandchild, go for it. Yeah, there are way too many mics. I suspect that he's around that age DPI. The parents of both of the two interns at the moment are both younger than me. So, Wicked says, my son is a Mike too. Never do that. Yeah, my parents were definitely anti, hey, you had some left in here, bud. He must have decided he was done. That's fine. That's fine. My parents decided that they weren't going to name either of their children after them. Because my dad's a junior. Favorite human was named after his father. They don't even do senior and junior. So that's not confusing or anything. But yeah, my parents were like, yeah, we're not doing that. There is kind of a long-standing thing going on my mom's side where one of my uncles was named after my grandfather, so obviously he's the junior. And he had a son, and that one was the third, but we all called him Trey. And then that cousin had a son and named him after him, so we call that one Drew, DRU as in quadruple. So like, that's kind of the fun way to do it, where you don't get, people mixed up, but it's just also kind of silly. It says, I wish I hadn't confused the insurance companies in the 90s. Guido says, my first name just came about because it was really rare in 97, or not 97, 1977. Because I have a really rare last name. My whole name is completely unique. Upper N in the right-hand side of the image. I wasn't even thought of then. I'm not sure what year my parents graduated high school. I'm really not. In the upper right-hand corner. All right. N in the upper right-hand corner. So now I need to... It's not mirrored or anything, is it? No, it's not mirrored. I don't see it. Oh, to the left of the crater. Oh, yeah, it is. It's right there. I did mark part of it. That's kind of hilarious. All right. I feel like we need to have an alphabet of just Bennu rocks. I wonder if this is something we can make happen. All right, make sure I post it in the right thing. Pull everything back up. She does look funny with the ear flop, and she won't let me fix it. She really won't. It annoys me. Like, I have a little bit of the cat treat left, but oh, we forgot to increase the cat counter. You know what? I hope I don't toss that sloppily that she gets a freaking Cheerio in it. I know. Oh yeah, the cat. So I suspect the cat has hyperthyroidism. And one of the symptoms is being super scrawny, which he is. And literally eating a lot. And once I'm done, I will get up and give him the rest of the second can of food for the day, and it's only 2 p.m. Andy's had a treat, and at some point I will get kind of frustrated with him asking for food all the time and just wet some dry cat food and be like, this is it for the rest of the day, bud, which he's actually okay with. I need to make sure I tell my parents that. But he is for sure going to the vet after we get back from vacation. If he does have hyperthyroidism, there's a few things that can be done. And it's just literally a matter of what, ends up being best for him. So he is kind of old, and this is something that happens in older cats. And like, you can do surgery to remove, because usually there's something growing on the thyroid. You can do surgery to remove whatever's growing on the thyroid. You can do twice daily medication, either a pill or a topical ear cream. Or some people try to treat it with diet. I'm not going to try to treat it with diet. A lot of vets aren't convinced that that's the thing to do. And yeah, the last option, Veronica, is radiation. They literally treat with radiation, but I have to take him to a facility that's licensed to handle that because he has to stay there for like 3 or 4 days. But it would treat it completely. It would treat it completely and I wouldn't have to worry about it again. The downside is that it's kind of pricey. Like, the medication is cheaper up front, and the radiation is more expensive up front, but over the long term it's cheaper than the medication, plus the medication's not always handled really well. And it can be anywhere from like $500 to $1,200 to get him treated with radiation. And the medication, depending on his dosage, can be relatively cheap. So yeah, that's a decision I'm not looking forward to making. It's like I have enough that I can get him treated for it, just do the radiation route, but yeah. So yeah. And some people, do the twice daily medication just fine with the cats. So I just can't imagine pilling the cat twice a day. I mean, I'm gonna end up doing it. Probably. So, alright. Later, Paranor. Actually, this is the correct ASL. Yeah, but like for Tinker surgery for her back, like I remember the just the consult visit was like $100. Veronica says, I remember that for humans there was an interesting treatment where you swallow a radiation capsule and it treats it from inside. Yeah, it's literally an injection. But then the cat's waste becomes radioactive. And for whatever reason, we've decided that it's okay for humans to wander around with like the injection or the capsule or whatever for however long, but it's not okay for cats. So probably because there's more direct handling of the waste. So yeah. There's part of me kicking myself because I'm like, if I had gotten my act together, I could have timed it perfectly with this Vegas trip and not had to worry about the cat while I'm gone in Vegas. Oh my. Oh, there are precautions? Okay. I just remember my dad getting a treatment and he's like, yeah, I'm radioactive. It's like, I'm radioactive. I have this little card I carry around in case I have to go through the airport. Like, that's nice, Dad. Then I just have to go on another trip. You've seen the discharge instructions? Oh my. No, I guess for cats though, like 3 or 4 days in, like you can't even visit your cat. Because of how they have the quarantine set up. But yeah, 3 or 4 days in quarantine and all the radioactivity stuff, I guess, is out of their system or in safe levels, and they're like, yeah, you can take your cat home. Which part of me is like, the fact that we have the technology to do this is amazing. I don't know. That'd be kind of neat though. I still have to see if there's a place in my area that will do it. And by in my area, I mean like within an hour's drive. Because I doubt there's going to be a place in Youngstown that can handle it. come back with special powers, like it adds, like the Hulk. I mean, he'll probably end up gaining so much weight back. He would probably end up gaining so much weight back that he'd be like the Hulk. Oh yeah, you're right, that is gamma rays. Alright, this image is totally done. She says as she clicks one more rock. Oof. Okay, this is gonna be the last one. Actually, no, that last one is the last one. Let's look at numbers, shall we? Alright, we are down to 822, so that's an improvement. The New Adventures of Radioactive Cat. Yeah, I'm just not looking forward to any of that. Because Tinker's back surgery, we had to take her like an hour away, and oof. And living in America is very difficult when you don't own your own car. So, alright. So I have numbers up, and I have the database up in a screen where you can't see it because reasons. Patty G has done 3 more images while we've been at it. I don't think she's watching while we do it. So, for giggles, we're going to update the, we're going to update the spreadsheet. So let me rearrange some windows. I updated it really, really, really late last night when before I went to bed. But still, numbers. Yeah, DPI is real hype about the spreadsheet updates. Alright. And I make no promises about updating this again tonight or tomorrow. I played EVE Online, so I'm familiar with spreadsheets. Oh my. Oh my. I dabbled in EVE. As in, somebody was like, here, you're going to play this account and mine asteroids or meteorites or whatever it is with me. And I was trying to do that while I was trying to do homework. I really didn't want to play EVE. So, EVE was pretty intense. Alright, so we know we have 0. That should not be a percentage. Why did it formulate it as a percent? No. Format. I just want it to be a normal number. It actually needs to be whatever. I can fix that. I can fix it. I can fix it! There we go. Alright, so we know we definitely have 0 images. Fix it, Felix, fix it! Or we have, all images have been seen at least twice. So we're still stuck at 51, images at 2. Which I suspect that will be stubborn until... Wow, that was a big jump. From 103 to 23 today. I think Mike's burning through numbers. Da-da-da. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. I know you're thinking about it. I know you're thinking about it too, kitty. Cat is like, all right, it's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. It's time to feed me. I know, bud. Do you want the rest of your treat? I think Puck just shook himself and Cheerios went everywhere. I should not be amused by this. Oh, I realized you guys can't see what I'm doing. Look at me. Messing up. Alright. Turn off the dogs for a little bit. Sorry, dogs. I know. Yeah, she totally does. She's like, oh. You're just gonna shake? I know, buddy. I know. I know you're starving. And I feel terrible for you. I really do. Things like, yeah, Cheerios. But Ernster was so sweet. He brought me a MacBook from Dr. Pamela's. So I've been working on getting all of that set up. So you might see my alternate Discord account up more often. Because I'm essentially just setting that up as if I would set up a work computer. That can't be right, is it? And... oh no, it's right. So I'm essentially setting it up as if I was setting up a work computer, which it is a work computer. And... but he also brought a huge box of Cheerios. So he sat, and Puck is not the friendliest dog, and he sat and he made friends with Puck by just giving Puck Cheerios. Alright. Where'd you go? Oh. You're gonna meander over in the vicinity of dog cam, but not dog cam. The cat's like, it's fine. You ignored me. It's cool. So here's the latest numbers. Number breakdown. Yeah, it was really sweet of him. He didn't have to do that at all. So Puck was mostly okay with him by the time he left. So overnight, the number of images that have had 2 views has not budged, which is fine. The number of images that have had 3 views has gone down. So the bottleneck, the big bottleneck is going to be 4 views, which it's been a bottleneck since... let's call it since the 6th. So like for 5 days, that's been the bottleneck, because we had a huge jump on the 5th from everything being stuck at the bottleneck being 3 images, and now it's pretty much at 4 images. And I imagine that will eventually slowly, and I do mean slowly, like painfully slowly, move up through 5 and 6 and all of that. And I don't know how to make this go any faster. I really don't. So we have 718 images with 4 views, 1 image with 5 views, 6 images with 11 views, 7 images with 13 views, 13 images with 7 views, 1 image with 8 views, 1 image with 9, 1 image with 10, 1 image with 11. And this is pretty much how they taper off. They kind of get stuck in this bottleneck, and then they just kind of slowly bubble off. So, I'm going to open up the... DPI says we have completed 81.8% of the images and 86.6% of the views. I'm going to open up the Magic 8 Ball. Or not the Magic 8 Ball, the Magic Crystal Ball spreadsheet, which you guys cannot see and you're not going to see. A handful of people know the numbers. And essentially, if you guys get done by... I'm not even sure which date we're going with the Crystal Ball date. I think it's the Crystal Ball date from... Let me go back. From the beginning of the month. So 10 days ago. Oops, I screwed something up. Hold on. I think I highlighted too many. I did highlight too many things. I know, Tinker. There we go. And it's kind of early in the day still, which is why I might update this before I go to bed tonight. But the crystal ball date has not budged in the direction we want it to budge. So Dr. Pamela said, I think it's by next Friday. If we finish by the 16th, because it was definitely, if we finished by today, definitely today, she would definitely absolutely get a tattoo. But if we finish by the 16th, she said she'd probably get a tattoo. And we definitely want this to be done by the time we go to Tucson, which is the 26th, which is doable. It's actually very doable to be done by the 26th. So, yeah. Yeah. So I realized I didn't even go full screen, and I'm like, where are all these views coming from? And I realized that, yes, I've shared the spreadsheet. I know, Tinkerbell. And now I got Cheerios in weird places. So yeah, it's, DPI says, I don't think she urgently needs to get a tattoo designer yet. No, I don't think she's gonna get a tattoo of Bennu. I originally said I was going to eat crickets or grasshoppers or insects, that I was going to let, one of the superheroes pick what I eat. That made Pamela literally physically uncomfortable, and I wasn't even in the same state to know that it was making her physically squirm. So what I said I would do instead was eat weird jelly beans, essentially. And I couldn't find the ones that I was thinking of. The ones I was thinking of are the mystery ones where you have beans that have the same look but two different flavors, like bamboozled. Veronica's got it. I couldn't find the bamboozled ones at the candy store that I went to. Granted, I've only gone to one candy store. But I did find the Harry Potter, which of course is getting green screened out. I did find the Harry Potter Bernie's Bots in here, and they have flavors like black pepper and booger and dirt and earthworm and earwax and grass, rotten egg, soap, and vomit. So yeah, so I didn't get the bamboozled, but I did get the every flavor. So there's also things like banana, blueberry, and cherry, and green apple, lemon, marshmallow. Oh, there's a sausage one in here. I don't know how I feel about sausage. Tutti frutti, watermelon. So it's kind of a split, but I can tell, on these I can tell which bean I'm getting, like which flavor I'm getting. And it definitely looks like there's at least a dirt in here. I'm not going to open this up till after I get back from vacation. So yeah. Earthworm sounds delicious. I don't know. DPI says, well, it would go a lot faster if people would do one or maybe even 2 images a day, which is why I do these streams, is like, hey, come on. I know this sucks. Let's do it together. Because I know a lot of you have said that it makes it easier to do it together, but I'm not streaming from Vegas. So y'all are going to be on your own for next week. I know. Tinker's like, where are the Cheerios though, Mom? So other than sending out an email, which I might do today or tomorrow, it depends on how much time. Rigel says you can get bean boozled jelly beans on Amazon. I totally can. But if I order them now, they'll show up while I'm gone. And I'm already only slightly upset that I didn't get my very expensive trackball yet. So, yeah, I know, right? Right? I didn't order the trackball through Amazon. It's not Amazon's fault. I just want my trackball. Anyway, yeah, I can't order it now because, yeah, they don't have the latest versions. B, the prices are off. I can order them directly from Jelly Belly, but I keep getting warnings of, oh, because it's summertime, things might melt. So that's why I'm trying to physically go to a store and pick them up, because that way I make sure I get fresh jelly beans, like ones that aren't, because I forget which version they're on now, but they're the ones I've seen for sale on Amazon aren't specifically for the latest version. They're for a couple versions back. So Rigel says melted yum, definitely upping the challenge. I know, right? I know. For the record, I was okay with eating grasshoppers. I actually have a teeny tiny thing of grasshoppers that I've had a few out of. My niece said no. I think I got my dad to eat one. I don't think I've gotten favorite human to eat one. Nom nom nom. So yeah, for the record, I am way more comfortable eating like crickets and grasshoppers than I am with like the Bean Boozled. I'm actually a little afraid of the Bean Boozled. I'll do it. I'll do it. So, but yeah, we're gonna have a celebration when we're done anyways, because oof, I just want this done. Alright, speaking of things I need to get done, I still need to do laundry today. And I imagine favorite human will be home soon. I think he's getting off of work early today. So I'm going to do the usual wrap things up. Veronica asks if it's okay, I can stream mapping as well. Yes, please. You know, y'all can stream yourselves doing mapping. We have zero problems with you doing this. In fact, we encourage it. I'm actually going to add DPI to the auto host list while I'm thinking of it, because that is something I can do to help. And I think I have to find manage auto hosting. And then I have to go to like 3 different places. So DPI 209. Alright, you've been added to the host list. I'm gonna bump you up closer to the top. Come on. You can do it. That way you don't get, you know, buried by other people, essentially. Because I think the way we have it is based on... I'll have to double check the way that we have it. Alright. So DPI is on our auto host list, so it should automatically do that. I just lost chat again. DPI flourishes in a most courtly bow. Bow and bow are weird. Open Cage asks, you are an arrow? No, he did a very courtly bow. But not a bow. Words are weird. Alright. So yeah, I am going to wrap all of this up and do the wall of text. Yeah, if any of you want to stream mapping while I'm gone, feel free to post it in the Bennu Mapper channel. You know, there are some things I can do remotely on my phone, but there's not a lot I can do. Like, so today is the day. If you know for sure that you're going to stream, or you even think you're going to stream rock mapping on Bennu, today's the day where you private message me either on Twitch or on Discord with your Twitch username, which, I mean, if you're in Twitch chat, that's easy. I can just grab it from there. And I will add you to the auto host list. And if I remember, I'm not making any promises. If I remember, I will add you to our notification bot on Discord about, you know, hey, you're live streaming mapping. We need to get this done. It sucks. I know it sucks, but we need to get it done. It is not unlike laundry. We say farewell from such. Yeah. Trying to think, is there anything else? So we'll be back on Friday. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming on Sunday, next Sunday. Tinker, you're being a brat. Yeah, things and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of tricky, Guido. Like, I keep meaning to help more people get set up, and it is a little tricky and overwhelming to get everything all set up and going. Do you want the rest of your treat, or do you just... Oof, come here. He's like, yes, I want the rest of my treat. Alright, 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 alright. I got you. I got you. Alright, so while the cat does this, and you have kitty ASMR, yeah, I'm leaving for Tucson, I think on the 26th. I have to double check. It's not, you'd think I have like all my travel plans written down in all the places, and I sure don't. So yeah, I will have fun. There may or may not be pictures on Discord. Are you good? Yeah, even the cat's like, you're done streaming, I'm hungry. Alright, buddy, I know, you're starving. You can't see him, but he's on my desk, like, right in front of me. Can you? Okay. We'll just do this. Alright, so let's do the wall of text, shall we? We shall. Alright, so this has been Sunday Science Hour, and I have been your host, Annie Wilson. Tomorrow we will be back with Daily Space. That is your space and astronomy news roundup. Ow. You have claws. Open Cage says, it's a university town. What, Youngstown or Tucson? Oh, Youngstown. I'm assuming Open Cage is talking about something, and I'm assuming... Oh, Tucson. Okay. Yeah, so PSI is, you know, home. Home is PSI, Planetary Science Institute in Tucson, Arizona, where I'm assuming is very hot. Working in collaboration with Youngstown State University, which is also small, rust-belty, kind of university town, but not really university town. It looks decent outside anyways, in Ohio. And yeah, PSI is a 501c3 nonprofit, which is fancy speak for your donations are tax deductible where laws allow. And speaking of donations, we are brought to you by you. So thank you, first of all, for doing a science. Thank you for all of your bits, your subscriptions, your pledges on Patreon, your merch purchases, your direct donations. Thank you. Thank you for all of it. It allows us to keep doing this, which is pretty freaking awesome if you ask me. And yeah. If you miss an episode of Daily Space or, you know, random streams, I know, Tuffy, I'm almost done. We archive everything on YouTube. Everything. So you miss the stream, miss the video on demand, it's on YouTube. Susie is awesome and is the one that puts all of that there. I feel like we need to increase the cat counter. We've increased the cat counter. And, yeah, I think that's all the things. So I'm going to awkwardly roll the credits, as you do. And I will see you all, I don't know, eventually. So until then, have a wonderful insert time of day here. And yeah, keep being awesome. And until then, until next time, bye. And yes, DPI slides it in there. Follows are free and for real. Bye.